Hi and welcome to this video about Able Archer 83, one of the most tense and dangerous moments of the Cold War. But before we dive into the details, let's set the stage.
Gotta learn more.
It's the early 1980s, and the world is divided into two major superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. These two nations are locked in a decades-long struggle for global dominance, and tensions are high. Now, let's talk about Able Archer 83. This was a joint military exercise conducted by NATO, which is a military alliance between Western countries including the United States. The exercise simulated a conflict between NATO and the Soviet Union, and it involved deploying troops and practicing communication and coordination between different military units. In this case, the number 83 indicates the year that the exercise took place. So Able Archer 83 is simply a code name for the military exercise that occurred in 1983. Now, here's where things get interesting. The Soviet Union saw this exercise as a potential cover for a surprise nuclear attack. They believed that the United States was using the exercise as a way to mask their intentions and launch a first strike against the Soviet Union. As a result, the Soviet Union went on high alert and began preparing for a potential nuclear conflict. They even placed nuclear missiles on standby, ready to launch at a moment's notice. One exciting anecdote from this time period is that a Soviet military officer, Stanislav Petrov, is credited with potentially preventing a nuclear war. Petrov was on duty during the Able Archer 83 exercise and was responsible for detecting any incoming missiles. However, when the warning systems indicated that the United States had launched a missile at the Soviet Union, Petrov suspected it was a false alarm and did not report it to his superiors. This decision, which went against protocol, is believed to have prevented an all-out nuclear war between the United States and the Soviet Union. The events of Able Archer 83 had far-reaching consequences, as they increased the already high tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union and further exacerbated the arms race between the two superpowers. In the years following the exercise, both countries continued to build up their nuclear arsenals, leading to a dangerous and unstable situation that lasted until the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991. As for Stanislav Petrov, the Soviet military officer who is credited with potentially preventing a nuclear war during the Able Archer 83 exercise, he faced consequences for his actions. Petrov's decision to not report the false alarm to his superiors went against protocol, and he knew they could have resulted in severe disciplinary action. However, Petrov's actions were later seen as heroic, and he was eventually recognized for his role in potentially preventing a nuclear war. In 2004, he was awarded the World Citizen Award, and in 2013, he received the Dresden Peace Prize. Despite the recognition he received later in life, Petrov faced difficulties in the aftermath of the Able Archer 83 incident. He was demoted and faced criticism from his superiors for not following protocol. Petrov struggled with depression and alcohol abuse, and he eventually retired from the military in 1984. Overall, while Petrov's actions during the Able Archer 83 exercise may have had consequences for him personally, they likely had far-reaching consequences for the world as a whole by potentially preventing a nuclear war. So there you have it, the story of Able Archer 83, a tense and frightening moment in history that serves as a reminder of the dangers of miscommunication and misunderstanding in international relations. The actions of one individual, Stanislav Petrov, may have prevented a catastrophic outcome. If you found this video interesting and informative, make sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing to our channel for more interesting stories from history. As always, thanks for watching.